The complexity of the United States. It's a complex place. On the one hand, the United States is definitely a grand experiment in democracy. This is true. George Washington set a precedent of how this country would be different from others because as the first president, he insisted on relinquishing power when the time came. Washington set the standard for presidents only having 2 consecutive terms by retiring in 1797. Now, there were some outliers, but generally we hold to this. This fundamentally changed the course of our history and arguably the history of the world. And if we understand, respect, and believe that, we must also understand that the United States is a place built on stolen land, and its early power was built by stolen people. That is also true. Just as George Washington was a key figure in designing democracy, he also is someone who enslaved human beings. To understand and love someone or something is to be able to see it for all that it is, the good and the bad, and still, I perhaps love it. To me, there is no greater love. You may think differently. But we don't spend enough time understanding our full picture, and that's what we're going to do in this course. We're going to take a broad look while also focusing on things that have been just outside of our view. In doing so, we will bring clarity as to why are we even having this discussion about race and equity and diversity. What I believe you'll be able to gain from this training is a functional understanding of a couple of things. Number one, what is the system of systemic racism we hear so much about? How did the system come to be? And how does it impact us and you and me today? What we're not going to do is we're not going to fix anything. There aren't going to be any magic words in this training that make everything right. Rather, what we're going to do is walk through some foundational information that is really necessary for you to understand, for your company to understand, before you jump to solutions.